Morning and welcome to Gardening 365 86. And right at the end of Gardening 365 85, I just brought this soil over to the raised bed. This is raised bed 1, and this morning what I've done is completed it. Now you will see there's 2 markers there, and very shortly you're going to see why. Now this is possibly one of the best parts of the season for me, and this is something I really enjoy. Only topped by harvesting what I'm going to plant now, and that's potatoes. I love my potatoes, especially new potatoes with mint, and I'm going to plant some now. Whoa. And at the start of the year I bought 1.5 kilograms of Casablanca potatoes. There was 20 in the pack, and I'm trying as much as I can to increase the yield. Now you'll see some of these potatoes have been cut in half, and they're the ones that I'm going to plant today. And cutting them in half increases the yield. And I cut these last night just so they scab over a little bit, and it decreases the chance of them rotting when you first put them in, especially if the soil's wet. So I'm going to put them in now. So I need to make a little drill for them to go in, and I'll be planting them shortly. Now the potato needs to be planted chit up. So I'm going to space them out fairly evenly. It really is as quick as that. I've cut 4 potatoes. 4 potatoes works out roughly about a row. Possibly put an extra one in. Move it up. And that's pretty much it, apart from covering it back over, which you'll see me do very shortly. And with your spade, cover them back up. Now I have got other potatoes growing inside, and the reason of why they're growing inside, so that the frost doesn't get them. So this one now has reached full soil depth, so there's not a lot else I can do with that, but I'll wait for new potatoes. I've got 2 other ones that are fairly newly started, and they're just breaking the surface, and what I do with these now is just cover them up. Here's the other one, so I'm going to cover them up shortly. All from that original 1.5 kilograms worth of potatoes. And I've even got more. I've got these as well. And all of these little tiny potatoes have all been grown from the chit. And the chit is the little bit of green that grows out of the potato. You don't even need a potato to grow a potato. Incredible. And the onions that I planted on last week's video, lots of them are starting to come through already, which again is great news. I had some soil left over from the potatoes, so I filled that recycling box up, but the soil that I've taken out, I'm going to reuse that for another purpose, and I'll show you what it is very shortly. And when soil has been used, or compost, it loses some of its goodness, and that's what's been taken out by what's ever been grown in it. So what I'm going to do to supercharge that back up is mixing some of my terrific worm compost, and hopefully it'll be back to full strength. All mixed in now, and I'll use that as a general potting compost now. And using some of the soil now to just plant a few more potato chits, without a potato of course. And next up for planting is a flower called borage. And borage is an annual, but it has some beautiful flowers on it, and they're ideal for my bees when I get them. So I'm going to put some borage in, and they're really easy to sow, they are. So I'm just going to cover them up now and put a label on them and give them a really good soak. Whoa, that's a big spider. It's a whopper. Just cutting the tops off the fern that we've got growing in the garden. Cut it down now, and what I have got is a bucket of, well, the tops. All chopped up now, and I can use that to balance the pH in my worm compost. Sunday, and yesterday I finished with the greenhouse tidy up, and it's looking much nicer now. So I cleaned up all of the floors and just pretty much put everything back in place. It's quite pleasing to do that. Here's an interesting one: compost worm and earthworm. And believe it or not, that's not a big massive earthworm. So compost worms are usually darker in colour and considerably smaller, and that's a red wriggler compost worm, and I've got a clue what the earthworm type is. And I transplanted these a few weeks ago and they've all caught, and today I've done these, and these are Cambridge strawberries. They're large and they're very tasty, an old English variety of strawberries, and this year I'm going to really enjoy Wimbledon. Not watching it, eating the strawberries of course. I'm just about to plant these, and they're peas from Bargain Seeds, and I think they cost about 50p, and I've got 25 seeds, and that's enough for us. So it's often good to buy from Bargain Seeds because you don't waste so many. Usual thing, put them in, label them up, cover them up, and give them a good soaking, and they will germinate maybe in the next week or two. Going in shortly. This is my grape that we put in a week or two ago, and it's starting to shoot, which is amazing. Sweet peas, Claire's going to be putting these out shortly, and some of the Amaryllis. Now these didn't do very well this year, in fact none of them flowered, so a little bit disappointed with the Amaryllis. But I have watched Gardener's World with Monty. Hello. And he has suggested how you do these. On the other side we've got broccoli, and the big one there is going to be for our tea tonight. We've got a cauliflower there, some more broccoli, and lots of lettuce, almost all nearing being ready. A few more broccoli, and then into the next section. And in the next section, these are the shallots that you saw me planting. I've got some broccoli there, a lot of broccoli. Some of the overwintered flowers that Claire's doing, some more amaryllis, and on the other side some more shallots, some strawberries. These are probably excess now. I like to keep a few back just in case, but I'll probably be giving these away at some point. Some more of Claire's overwintered plants, and my carrots, and a spare tray there as well. Really productive here. These are Viper Burgloss, my shallots from seeds, some more sweet peas, some tomatoes. Now I'm trying these outside, see how well they work. Got a couple of courgettes in as well. Some more broccoli, chip potatoes, broad beans, all the way down, pretty much the same. And some more sweet peas, and my potatoes. Up on top of the table I got leeks. Now these will be going out over Easter, so this will create a lot more room. I've got a few more there as well. And in the propagator, which is open at the moment with no electric, lots of onions coming through, and my chip potatoes, and they seem to grow each day now, and some of those will be ready for repot next week, so please watch next week. And inside my solar propagator, lots of little plants and seeds that I've planted today. And that concludes this episode of Gardening 365. Gardening 365 86. Join us next time for more of the same. Lots of planting and lots of gardening stuff. Take care, see you soon, bye. And I'm going to plant these out on the weekend, so what I'm going to do a few days before is just put them outside. There's no frost forecasted, just to harden them off. They should be ready for planting come the weekend. Bye bye.